Hi there, it's Nick Dutch here yet again, back on the camera. How's it going? I just wanted to basically carry on my preparation. This one particular YouTube user seems to keep going back to keeping a low profile, but there are lots of little examples as to how individuals who are involved within the New Age tend to breach logic and breach reasoning. There's naturally a dramatic difference between belief and knowledge, and this is something that a lot of people within the New Age movement tend to forget or ignore. Whether this is deliberately or not is very difficult to say. However, there are some issues which need to be dealt with. I mean, when Crowder was writing about magic, he did use the word science. When Alphonse Louis Constant wrote about his concept of magic, he used the word reason. So obviously we've got to try and work out what the word science means and what the word reason means, and try and apply the thinking from schools of thought of science as well as logic and all the rest to try and build our models of what is essentially real and happening in the world. And to fail to do so would be going completely contrary to whatever this thing called magic really is. Now, a while ago, I joined a ghost hunting troupe, and there was one character in that troupe who has since left. He became basically a bad man and left the group entirely. But I remember basically on the first time when I went to visit them, this guy said to me, "So, do you contact directly to spirit?" Now this is a very peculiar phrase to use. Firstly, because it makes presuppositions. The first presupposition is that there is something called spirit, which is essentially to a certain degree of common knowledge. And secondly, that this thing can be communicated with, and that it would have certain form and function to be able to allow or permit individuals to gain or ascertain knowledge of one form or another. Now, I am an occultist. That's what I do. I perform certain exercises to try and get certain results. And it does appear that certain varieties of altered state of consciousness techniques seem to be beneficial in creating the desired results, so to speak, or an attempt to create something which appears to be the desired results, or makes it more likely that certain things seem to happen. But there's no way on the face of this planet that we can actually say what on earth that is. We just can't do that. There's a certain section of the population who would much rather have beliefs than knowledge. And unfortunately, there's an awful lot of them in the New Age world. Now, it's a sad indictment on what we are and who we are and where we're going, because we should be trying to provide some variety of analysis. When I was in one of the witchcraft groups that I was in, I was going through my alleged training, which was, of course, in that particular case, in that particular instance, purely cultural indoctrination to become someone who follows a certain religious understanding of the world. And I was being actively encouraged not to think. And I mean actively, and I was regarded as being evil or someone who would misuse his power if I asked questions. I don't like that. Now, a lot of people, when they are broadcasting on YouTube, if they're in the New Age world, they would use their channels just to promote themselves as great psychic performers. There's a very good reason why I don't want to do that. I mean, yeah, I am seeing these videos as being PR to a certain degree, but PR to attract people to me as customers who want to speak to someone who can think rather than just someone who's got beliefs. And I think that's actually really quite important. But it's not just a question of PR. For me, it's more a question of making sure that people understand that I'm actually trying to think about what I'm experiencing and I'm trying to think more about what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I fall short of it once in a while, without a shadow of a doubt. I know that too, but you know, I am at least trying to get some cohesive ideas and thoughts in place. Anyway, I look forward to speaking to you again later on. Nick Dutch signing out for now.